Hello everyone, my name is Omega the Real, or Omega if you want to keep it short and simple, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Legacy Velocitron Speedia 500 Collection Leader Class Victory Universe Galaxy Shuttle. That was 12 seconds of intro. That shouldn't be a thing. Anyway, before we actually talk about the figure, I want to talk about the absolute pain it is to find this thing. Supposedly, this guy was only limited to 1,000 orders on US Hasbro Pulse, and basically was non-existent on Walmart's website at all. Even in store, he never showed up at all, and Canada basically got all of our stock. But eventually, it was, I think last week, yeah, it was the Thursday of last week, which was the 22nd, that he actually came back in stock on Walmart for a good hour and a half or so. And I was able to nab him, and now here we are. So, now that we have our backstory out the way, let's actually talk about the figure. Detail and paint on this guy is too much paint, but we'll get to that. Detail is pretty damn good. It's the Siege Astrotrain mold, which I actually never experienced before, so this being my first time looking at it feels a little weird, especially with such a rare figure like this one. But it's cool, I guess. I mean, details are perfect for the Siege line, and it works really well with the mold. Paint, yeah, this is where I get a little upset. There's too much paint. There's parts in here that you can see that are just starting to chip, and it's just like, what? How is this possible? I don't understand this, but if there was just a little less paint, I think this would have been good, but the play factor is definitely ruined when we get to that, definitely. Articulation for Galaxy Shuttle is actually not too bad. It's actually pretty much standard for what we've gotten from the Siege and from the past few toy lines, so if there was anything to complain about, I would have liked if he had more action in his wrists, and maybe if the design wasn't so jagged in the shoulders, but overall it's not too bad. Weapons, on the other hand, is where it gets a little weird. He comes with 4 guns and 1 little missile pod. And I never really understood why he has so many weapons, but I'm pretty sure it's just to pad out the price, because this is not a leader class toy by itself, so they had to throw him something to make it more expensive, and I guess all this red plastic just makes sense. It's cool, I like it. They can all combine into a giant gun. Does this fit his character? I don't know. The 3 Japanese fans in the comments can tell me if it does. But I like it. All the weaponry, and you can give it to some other guys, and I like it. It's just a big old weapons pack for other characters that, if you don't like their accessories, just give them these ones instead. Overall, size comparison with the guys from the Siege and even from Victory as well, he's severely undersized. This should have been a commander class type thing, but obviously I don't even think this would have sold that well. Make it a HasLab or something, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure he'll scale with the Dino Kip Force when they eventually come out from the Legacy mold, but yeah, this guy's way too small, but I still like how he still goes with the Legacy Victory stuff we've gotten so far. Just waiting for Deathsaurus any day now. My final thoughts on the robot mode is that it's actually pretty well done, and I do enjoy this a lot more than I thought I would, and honestly, it's pretty cool to see something this rare in my collection again after picking up a grail of mine from before. I'm just continuing to pick stuff up over time. Now, since this is based off of the Siege Astrotrain mold, and if you're unfamiliar with the character and all, just look at his name. He's got 3 modes, which is inaccurate to Victory, but whatever, we're still going to look at all of them. So the first one we're going to look at is his NASA spaceship mode, and yeah, these are kind of iffy. If I'm going to say what's the best mode already, it has to be the robot, because these 2 that we're going to look at are kind of bad. The front is way too small. The middle is just really, really thick. It's like an object that I'm not going to name, but you know what it is, you dirty, dirty pervert. And the rest is just, the wings feel floppy and just doesn't tab in, but if you don't touch it or mess with it, it looks fine on its own. But this is a Transformer, so we're going to mess with it. Screw you. Overall, it's fine. You can stick all the guns on this mode as well, and 5mm ports are amazing. I just love the idea. But there isn't really much to do here, so let's just switch over to its third and final mode, being the train mode. And this one I like a little bit better, just because it's a lot more streamlined and doesn't have any floppy pieces. Although some things do not tab in, unfortunately, and there are pieces here that just scrape the hell out of the paint. Coming back to my argument that I just hate that they put too much paint on this guy. Why they put so much, I have no idea. But I like the train one more. You can tape all the weapons, put them in a box, and put them back here. It's pretty cool. And also, speaking of which, I kind of forgot to mention that the spaceship mode also has a docking station. It's kind of cool, but yeah, no, the guns are pretty cool. I think I like that more. Overall, my final thoughts on the figure is that this thing is rare for no reason. This is like a shelf warmer type toy, but the fact that they made only like a couple thousand compared like to the other figures that's released, it's just, they made too little of this guy, and he's extremely scarce and hard to find, and if you're gonna find him on eBay, you're gonna be looking at triple digits. That's all I'm telling you. So, would I recommend this if you could find it? Absolutely. I love this thing, and putting him next to Victory characters that we've already gotten from HasLab, he just looks fantastic, and I can't wait for Deathsaurus and possibly Lyle Kaiser in the next few years, and even the Dino Force, but whatever. Overall, that's all I have to say. My name is Omega, and I will talk to you all later.